was begun by the Roland Park Company. Land was purchasing around 1930, and construction began around 1932. Due to the Depression, the number of houses was reduced, and they are under covenants. And later on, with lack of sales, the majority of the properties were sold off to developers and continued after the war. But up on the mountain here, bound by Argonne and Loch Raven and the Alameda, we are under the original covenants, and which has maintained the neighborhood. You have a wide selection of houses, from individual homes to row homes, and also semi-architectural. We have a group of 4 here, which are tutors. And the Roland Park Company had their own architect and part of the Olmsted design for garden districts, which means they maintained all the trees and the terrain of the area. So we have hills and the streets wrap around in many, many ways.
We were looking for a single family home, which is a little bit harder to come by in Baltimore since there are so many row houses, which are really nice and really cool, but we were looking for single family homes so that we could have a yard and space for our pets. And so original Northwood was one of the neighborhoods that we were directed to. The neighborhood itself, like I said, has a lot of different types of homes, which we really like. And then it's just old, it's historic, there are a lot of trees, so it's just a pretty neighborhood. So we really enjoyed it. The house itself sold itself because it was all, the people before us had totally redone it, painted everything, and so it was ready to go, which was, that was pretty attractive for, 2 people with a new baby.
To visit the house the first time, it was during an open house because I just wanted to explore different neighborhoods. And when I came to the open house, there was a neighbor from the neighborhood, actually, I think you interviewed him as well. He told me the history of the neighborhood and just the background of how the neighborhood was built and who lived here and all that sort of stuff. And then they also told me about the popsicle night and the community nights, the wine and cheese, the holiday party, the block party, all those kinds of community events that really appealed to me as having a really nice neighborhood feel. And I actually met Malia and her husband Ryan at the holiday party. They had just moved in and we had not yet closed on our house, but we were invited by someone in the neighborhood to come to the holiday party so that we could meet some of the neighbors.
Have a very comfortable life, and it's still urban, and it's not suburban. And some people commute down to Pennsylvania Station and go to Washington. Those drive downtown, or it's adjacent to everything. You can get anywhere very quickly from original Northwood, which is one of the major draws.
Cool night in the summer. One night a week, families with kids all get together at a different person's house, and they just get together and have popsicle for the kids and adult drinks for the adults that need it, and with all the kids running around. But it's very family friendly. People are very kind and welcoming. We appreciate that. And then there are also other get-togethers throughout the year. There's a wine and cheese party that everyone gets together and enjoys each other's company, meets new neighbors. There's a holiday party once a year, and so that's definitely a way that helps new people feel welcome to the neighborhood.
1940, 42, the shopping center was over there, and that was a major shopping center for the entire area. It was the best heck company, even still the best heck company when I came to town. A wonderful restaurant and everything like that. But the neighborhood just began to collapse, and the developers always move out of shopping centers and what have you.
What I liked about coming to the neighborhood, on top of everything, the trees and the old buildings, was definitely the neighborhood feel. I mean, when I came to the open houses, there were kids playing out on the street, and it just felt like a really safe place for the kids to play. They were biking up and down, and it's a quiet street. Even though it's in the middle of the city, you still have that really nice community feel to it.